Welcome to Tools for Healing with Robbyne. Robbyne is clearly plugged into the warmth of the Earth's frequency, as you can see. Okay, I'm ready to do some earthing.
Okay, so one of the things that I often suggest, Barbara, for someone to enhance the experience of earthing is to really open up and make that connection to the earth and the connection to the tree spirits. And I've actually created an oil, it's called Wisdom of the Forest, and it has in it several different tree resins and oils, one being silver fir. And the Native Americans believe that silver fir is like the umbilical cord that connects the human being to the nature world, to the tree spirits. So it really opens us up and enhances us to receive the medicines that come from the plant beings and the tree beings. And as I had shared, that in the bottom of our feet are all the entry points for the different meridians. So what I recommend that people do is take some of the oil, and if you want to just kind of put your foot up here, I can demonstrate.
Good thing I had a pedicure.
I always put it on the ball of my feet. I will put it on the heel of my feet, and I always put it here. This is actually an entry point into our wisdom center, into our third eye. So I do that on both feet.
And this is one of your oils.
This is one of my oils. This is the Wisdom of the Forest. And if you don't have the oil, you can still do the earthing. The oil just enhances everything. And then I put some on your wrists. And this is a major entry point. When you put the oil on your wrist, the frequency is in every cell of your body in 20 minutes. Rub it together.
Yeah.
Because it's your body heat that's now really activating the oil. Breathe it in and take it into your auric field. And just breathe that in. Doesn't that smell amazing?
Smells wonderful. This is Wisdom of the Forest?
Wisdom of the Forest. And you want to just sit back and relax, have your arms open, and just practice being in stillness. This is an amazing place. Here you can hear the sounds of the winged ones. You can hear all of nature responding. And just really take the moment. Another technique I do when I'm earthing is I call in the Aloha Spirit. And this is what the kahunas would do in the Hawaiian Islands. The Aloha Spirit is the vibration of love. So if you close your eyes down, you want to just imagine that there's beautiful waves of the ocean, waves of energy flowing to you. And I do this technique 30 times. So I take in a deep breath. Then release the breath. And you're just calling in the vibration of love. So you're bringing love into your body temple. You're experiencing the sun and the earth coming together. And just feel that energy moving up through your body. And if you can do this continuously for 20 minutes, focusing on that Aloha Spirit, that breath coming in, you will find that even the most challenging experience you might be going through, it releases some of that anxiousness. It helps you find your place. It helps you find your space to be centered, to just be. And just keep breathing it in, releasing the breath. And
I've shifted already. I already feel a shift. Just being outside, being connected to the earth, actually breathing, I feel a shift already.
What you're doing is you're starting to listen to your own heart song. And what will happen is the tree beings, the earth itself, they're all still vibrating at their natural heart song. And it's just like you come into perfect rhythm with the Earth Mother through the breath, through calling in the Aloha Spirit, through just being.
As you say, I've heard you say, which I love, is to get out of the thinking mind into the knowing heart. To think with your heart, to actually shift everything here. It feels so good.
For those who live in the city or those who live in cold climates, they can't be outside. I often recommend that they get stones or crystals, but they need to be large enough so that your whole foot is able to touch the stone or the crystal. You want to make sure that your heel's able to touch the ball of your foot and your large toe. And it doesn't matter what the stone is. It just needs to be large enough, and it doesn't have to be a big one for both feet. You can have 2 stones as well. I have some people that they have 2 rose quartz. I have one that has a rose quartz stone that's her favorite, but she also has a river stone. So it doesn't matter. It's whatever you resonate with. And if you listen, the the stone being will talk to you. The stone being will resonate with you, and you'll just feel that this is your stone for your healing, for your earthing. That's how the alliance of really working with nature works.
And you recommend keeping them in the window so they can receive some of
the receive the solar energy
sun
coming from the sun. You can do this anytime. You can do it for those that want to get up a little early in the morning and have that be their quiet time. They can do their earthing. It will really supercharge you for the day. It's wonderful to do just before you go to sleep at night because you can really clear out the energy of the day and you're still earthing.
I heard it's even wonderful to do when you get off a plane to ground yourself, because people tend to really feel kind of spun out. Well, this is so exciting because, again, it's free. It's provided by Mother Earth. Well, Robbyne's going to teach us how to do the dolphin's breath.
First, I want to share something about the dolphin with you that most people may not know. The dolphins and the whales have a spout, which is located, their bodies are very fluid in motion, and it is in the same location as the humans, what we call the medulla oblongata. And that's the point where the base of the skull and the neck come together. But because we as human beings stand up, we literally cut that energy point off. And that's a point that the dolphin and the whales always have open, so they're always connected to their divine spirit. And it is literally the blowhole, so they're constantly releasing the breath. So they're teaching us, if we listen to the guidance from our animal allies, to use the breath to release things. So the dolphin technique I find to be very powerful if we've just had an argument with someone and we're holding on that energy, if someone's just used harsh words at us and we're feeling an emotional reaction, if we're very anxious or very stressed, this is a beautiful technique to clear that energy out before it actually attaches to your auric field. And again, it's really focusing on the breath. So it's taking in one large breath and then you expel the breath in 7 quick bursts of energy. So I'll give you an example and then you can try it. Okay? So it's... So just feel it. Take a deep breath in and then quickly expel. And you can just feel everything clearing right out of your field.
That feels wonderful. I'm going to do it again. That feels really, really nice.
It's really powerful, especially if someone's triggered an emotional response in you. And it's also a technique that I use to not react or get attached to the drama of a situation. If someone says something that's very hurtful to us, or if we feel we have to defend ourselves, we get sucked into the drama and that energy goes right into our field. But using this technique, something else that happens is in that moment that you're taking in the breath and releasing it, you can ask yourself if opening my mouth to say something is what I really want to say,
I really need this.
Or if you take that moment to breathe it into your heart, does your heart still want to say what your head wanted to say? And if you can just do that technique a couple of times, you can avoid being pulled into the drama. You can
breaths? So it's 7 breaths.
It's 7.
How many times do you recommend? 7?
I usually do it 3 times. 3 times you really feel it, but if someone's really frustrated you or angered you, I sometimes have left the room and gone out and just done it several times, and then I'm listening to my heart. And it's like, I'm not going to get pulled into this. I'm not going to react to this. I am just going to come back in. Then you're in a calmer state and you can carry on the conversation, or you can just avoid the whole interaction until you're in a better place.
Now, I've heard that the animals, because you said something that was really important, they release their energy. They get into a fight, they get it out, they shake it off. That if we hold on to energies that are not healthy for us, they stagnate and eventually they can manifest in our physical body. So this is a wonderful technique for releasing. You could do it throughout the day, but the point here is to release and to let go and not to hold on to the energy.
Absolutely. There are many people who, if they're in some kind of an argument or a conflict, they feel powerless to speak, so they won't speak their truth. So they hold that energy in, and it just crystallizes in the body, and then it can lead to respiratory imbalances. It can lead to the throat shutting down. They'll be prone to sore throats. They'll be prone to neck pain. They'll be prone to shoulder.
Stagnant energy.
That's exactly what it is.
Again, the connection to the mind, body, and soul energetically is so, it's there. It's so profound. It exists, and we need to pay attention to that.
Right. Even if we've had a disappointment, if we can breathe it in and release it, we can gain some clarity so that we don't get pulled into the emotional pool.
Thank you for sharing these wonderful techniques with us.
You're welcome.
Thank you.